everyone, I am Shreya Parekh, a grade 11 student and your podcast host on this podcast about teen mental health. So today I'd like to be talking about academic pressure. What is academic pressure? Academic pressure is basically stress or anxiety regarding studies. It often stems from unrealistic expectations set by ourselves, our parents, our teachers, or even society. Oftentimes, this starts as motivation, which is healthy and absolutely necessary for us to perform well in life. But often it turns into overwhelming pressure, which can lead to multiple issues like burnout, anxiety, or sometimes even depression. To deep dive into the topic, I'd like to talk to a teenager, a parent, and a counselor to understand the roots of academic pressure and what strategies we can use to minimize it. So, let's dive into the first episode. Hi everyone, I am Shreya Parekh and welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about academic pressure, how students face their challenges and how we can help them navigate it. So let's dive into the role of mental health professionals in guiding these students as well as helping them handle the pressure and helping them balance. So today I'm here with Miss Shaili Shikhar Kane, and she's a seasoned professional with 14 years of experience. She has worked extensively in areas such as cognitive behavioral therapy, solution-focused therapy, as well as phobia and eating disorder treatment. Additionally, Ms. Shikhar Kane specializes in adolescent crisis intervention and behavior therapy. Her education includes an MSc in Human Development, a B.Ed in Special Education, a postgraduate diploma in Rehabilitation Psychology, and a postgraduate certificate in Clinical Psychology. With her broad expertise, she's here to share her valuable insights on this topic. So let's dive in?
Yes.
So my first question to you would be, what inspired you to become a counseling psychologist, and can you share a little bit about your experience?
Sure. So first of all, thank you, Shweta, for inviting me to the podcast. And I would start with my own experience. It steamed me because I myself, during my childhood, was suffering with anxiety and self-doubt. And fortunately, I have one of my support system as a teacher. She guided me, and that helped me a lot. So from there, I started my journey, and I thought that adolescents face many issues which are unsaid. So with that, I thought I should pursue a degree in that and continue the help for adolescent and the age group.
Definitely, yeah. I think teachers play an extremely important role in shaping adolescents, and their passions as well. Have you ever, so when you were in school, correct, had you ever noticed any of your friends also, feeling something like this or feeling underconfident or anxious? Did that also affect your decision?
Yeah, actually there are many people around us who are self-doubting, they have anxiety and other related issues. So there are many friends, many family members, and many of the people around us, but they are just unidentified and they try to deal it themselves. But it is better to get a professional help or a support system that will help them overcome their challenges.
Definitely, like oftentimes due to stigma, we do notice a lot of people suffering in silence or not getting the help they need, which is, I think, essential.
Yes, true, very true.
So my next question to you would be, what are like the most common challenges you see students facing regarding academic pressure?
There are many challenges to list down, but few of them are excessive workload, unrealistic expectations, and fear of failure, social pressure, the relationship issues nowadays that is booming.
Yeah.
So these are all the issues that we can work on, and that really helps the student to overcome the challenges.
Yeah, I think if our life is in balance, automatically academics also become, if we're in a positive mental space, if our environment is positive, I think we can have a positive, academic life as well.
Yes, so these challenges can lead to burnout or decreased motivation, and also create some mental health issues like depression,
Yes.
anxiety, and also sometimes suicidal tendency takes a toll.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's why it's extremely important to seek, professional help
Correct.
regarding these things, because oftentimes we don't know how it manifests.
Yes,
correct?
true.
Yeah. So my next question to you would be, how do you help students, navigate stress related to grades or exams or college applications?
Oh, it's an excellent question. So with this, I would say that students, sometimes or most of the time, they don't know how the goals should be set. What are the time management techniques, the study skill techniques, the self care. So they are just running behind the workload, the pressure, and they really don't set the goals, which will not take them to the position or the goal they want to reach. So for that we need to manage the pattern of the studies, the goals, and the self-care is also very important here.
Yeah, definitely. I think even when we were having the podcast with teenagers, this was a very big issue.
Yes.
Where there were a lot of unrealistic expectations or like unrealistic goals, which
Okay.
oftentimes parents or educators had set for them, which really led to some issues down the line. So I think it's very important,
Yes.
to manage your expectations and goal setting. Correct?
Yes.
So, in your experience, as we talked about, how external factors also, affect the goal setting. What role do you think that parents and teachers play in, making these students feel this academic pressure?
Okay, here parents and teachers play a major role in the expectation setting. With amplifying the process, it is unrealistic expectations sometimes from the parents. Unknowingly, they exert their expectation on the student, and overemphasis on grade would be another one. The student, they try to give their 100%, but at times things goes out of their control because of the work pressure. Then again, there are multiple things they are doing on the same time which they are not able to manage at this point of time. And then the major thing which I feel is lack of communication. There is no open communication with the parents, with the teachers, and so students try to manage things according to them, which at times they are not able to deal with it.
Definitely.
Yeah, and with reducing pressure, it should be like unrealistic realistic expectations. Then emphasis on the effort the student is putting on the part, and then open communication and a supportive support system, or open communication works a lot in this pattern.
Definitely. I think, as you said, students should also put efforts regarding their goals and there should be open communication.
Yes.
Right? So, my next question to you would be, what strategies do you think students should use, to manage their time and handle stress better?
So with this, I would like to discuss one example which I was training a student with study skill management. He was in grade 10th, and he came from a very good family, and he was going to a class which was very renowned, but then he was not able to reach the expectation of the classes and the parents. So in the middle of the term he left the class, and thereafter he came to me, the parents reached me, and then I started study skill techniques with him. With continuous failure, with over the period of 2 months, from December till January, I was with him, and I trained him simply with the study skill management, with the time management, and along with that, sincerity did work for him, and he really passed with wonderful colors.
I think that's a very optimistic story that you have shared.
Yeah, there are many, but
Yeah.
this is one of them.
Yeah, definitely. And it just goes to highlight the importance of counselors and the importance of
Yes.
study skills and their management, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So, how do you encourage students to seek help? Because as we noticed that there's a lot of stigma around this, a lot of students do not reach out. So, what would your advice be?
So I would always suggest students to just find a support system, a listening ear around them. There are many people around them who are genuinely interested to help them, but we fall back to just understand them, that they are there to help us, like our teachers, our parents are there. Instead of thinking that they are just behind us, just go and have an open communication with them that you are not able to do a particular thing, and then look at their perspective. If in case that helps you, that is the biggest thing you can have in life.
Definitely, I think that's extremely relevant. So, to conclude, my last question would be, what's one key takeaway you want parents and students to take from this discussion about academic pressure?
So with this, I would suggest parents and the students that you should always seek for help. Seeking help is nothing that you are less in anything, but it shows that you have the courage to stand for yourself. So seeking help, having an open communication will definitely help you, and you will have a wonderful life ahead. So, yeah.
Very wise words, ma'am. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much, Shweta.